motherfuckers.
Did we
We're
test his
live.
mic?
Go ahead and talk,
Yeah.
Enshiloh.
Check.
Yeah, you're coming
Is it
in.
good?
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to say you're coming in good.
All right. Awesome.
Well, welcome everybody to Yolking Around episode 32.
Woo!
Here I am with my my second interview for that's like an artist, or I call people artists depending on what they do, obviously. Like I don't know if you know Jay Barber.
Jay Barber. Yeah. He works. Does he work at Faded Lifestyle?
Yeah.
He used to. I know he has connections.
Yeah. No, now he has his own shop.
Oh, okay. That's
yeah.
right.
Shout out to him, Obrigado. Yeah.
Okay, I remember seeing him on Instagram.
Yeah.
When I was in like high school and stuff, he'd always be posting like his pictures of just different haircuts.
Yeah.
I remember they'd be popping. They'd be getting a lot of viral stuff.
Yeah.
Plus, he's a good guy. He's cool.
And
like a chill dude.
And can you get closer to the mic just so
I
that,
got you.
yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Or you can move the arm too, whatever you
Okay.
like. But no, the reason I say artists is because I like to say that people are just artists in whatever they do. That's
Okay.
I think art. You can find art in everything. But
Of course.
For sure.
but it's a pleasure to have you, bro.
Okay.
I know that your manager, I'm assuming, or is it?
Yeah, my manager, yeah, you can call him my manager.
Yeah, your manager. He contacted me through Instagram, and he was like, "Hey, I got this kid. He's my signee, and I want you to help me, help him grow and stuff." And obviously, you're helping me grow by helping me have some content in here,
For sure.
And it's cool that we have that sort of symbiotic thing going on. And well, I don't know. Tell me a little bit about you, Enshiloh. Where you from? Where'd you grew up? What? How old are you?
All right, let's see.
It
Where
sounds
do I
like a
start?
dating profile.
Oh,
know.
sorry. We'll get into the better questions later, but I really don't. I just,
like long
Yeah.
walks on the beach. It's
yeah, there you go.
But no, I'm from Grand Junction, Colorado, born and raised. Dad's from here, mom's from Michoacan, Mexico.
Okay,
So
nice.
yeah, grew up here my entire life. It's gotten a lot bigger since
Then back in the days.
Yeah, it's gotten a lot bigger since then, but I don't know. Nice small town. I don't know. I don't mind it. Cool.
Do you want to continue living here, or do you have plans to travel, leave?
See, I don't know. I really want to travel around, get to see the world before, I'm too old to be traveling and all that.
Right.
All that, but I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't mind living here, but at the same time, I do want to,
Expand your horizons.
expand exactly, and especially with the industry that I'm trying to break into.
Mhm.
It's important to be in bigger cities, places
Yeah.
with more eyes, ears. But yeah, I enjoy it here. It's very pretty. I don't know. All my best friends are here, but yeah.
I think I was actually I went to get some weed today, and I was outside, and there was these guys from Texas,
Mhm.
right? And I was just like, honestly, I would love to be a snowbird, because Colorado has the best summers,
Oh,
hands
yeah.
down. Beautiful summers, man.
Yeah.
Here, especially a lot of people say, well, Grand Junction,
Mhm.
it's basically like kind of like a valley, and it's pretty dry. It could
Mhm.
be pretty dry, but there's this weird thing that happens, that the Colorado River
Mhm.
crosses through it, so
Yeah.
it gives some sort of life to Grand Junction because
Yeah.
of it. So I told them I would love to be somewhere warm in the winters in Colorado,
Mhm.
but I would love to be every time the summers in Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of love both of it. I don't know. Sometimes it's not that great during the winter when we have a bunch of snow, and it's kind of
Yeah, you get a little bit of everything here.
Yeah, you get all 4 seasons, and it doesn't really matter when it is either, because you
Yeah.
can be chilling in spring and still be getting snow.
We get fucking snow in May, homie.
Literally.
Like, I've seen shit like that
Literally.
happen in Colorado. Like, I don't understand it.
I don't know. The weather here doesn't make any sense, but I don't know.
It's home.
Exactly. I don't know. Everyone's pretty used to it. You kinda-
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm planning to move to Denver soon,
Oh,
so there's probably gonna be more snow, even though I'm trying to get
Yeah.
away from snow. Which
Ironically,
sounds-
yeah.
I just don't like being entrapped,
Yeah.
I feel like the long winters, and then here,
Oh, yeah.
especially in Junction, can be kind of like, I don't know, very
They just drag on.
slow.
They drag
yeah.
on. And I don't know.
They're very
me,
depressing too.
I was gonna say for me, I get very, very down. Very,
yeah, it's a thing.
Oh yeah, just because you're at home, and then I don't know. I work a lot, so I'd just be working, going home, and then you look outside. It's dark after like 6.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
really
See,
do
I
much
can't
either.
do that. Yeah.
And then after that, summer starts picking up, and then you start having almost this guilt of not wanting to go outside.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. It's fucked up.
Yeah, and then I mean with the pandemic on top of all that too, it's like
Yeah. A lot of people went nuts in their homes and
yeah,
having to deal with their special others, you know. And
Oh yeah, it caused a lot of tension, but also was a lot of productivity too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
Ugh.
fornication productivity. Like we're gonna have a fucking
Oh,
baby boom
that
here in the
too.
next 20 years,
You're
bruh.
not wrong. I know a lot of people were drinking during that too. So
Yeah.
People were a lot of people were, and then they were getting the stimulus and then
Yeah.
the unemployment. You know,
yeah.
people have been partying. I
Yeah.
know that people have been partying and spending their paychecks, you know, in
Yeah.
booze, in drugs, and well, if they needed a break. You know, if they needed a break, but get your fucking ass back to work. Please, too.
But some people
Yeah.
took that break in a positive way. They took it to
Mm.
work on their art, for
Oh, yeah.
example.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of music coming out
That too. Yeah.
Oh,
A lot of
From
from
people
the
just-
pandemic.
That's true. That's true. A lot of artists are doing it.
Yeah, because they don't have anything else to do, so they just.
Did
What were
it?
you doing there in the pandemic?
Yeah, you're a
So-
singer. So were you kind of into creation mode?
Yeah, for the most part, I don't know. Not much changed once the pandemic actually like started for me because I was still working. I just had to mask up. You know, different things did change, like just I don't know, washing my hands all the time, wearing a mask, making sure I'm like separated from people, and just
Yeah.
like I don't know. Just anytime I would go out, I'd kind of be like, I need to wash my hands.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, it didn't really change. I just kept work on music when I'm not at work. But
Yeah.
yeah, so it wasn't too bad for me. But I know a lot of people it hit them hard. I know a lot of musicians it hit hard too. Like people that's what they do.
Mhm.
Just the lack of
Concerts. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
being able to get out and actually like make their money.
Yeah, so
definitely
many canceled
had an
tours.
impact. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of artists have lost money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a given, and it's it's been one of those things that hit everybody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I wanna talk a little bit about your name. How did it come about? Does it mean
Okay.
something? Because to be quite honest, when I saw it, I was like, that seems almost biblical to
Okay,
me.
yeah.
But I don't know that's just how it seems to me. Obviously,
Yeah.
it could mean something completely different. But tell me a little
Okay.
bit about how you came up to the name.
Yeah, so basically, Shiloh is my middle name. My
Okay.
first name is Hasiel. Both of them are in the Bible. They're Hebrew names. But basically, Hasiel means God sees, and I was using that for a while, but I mean, it's spelled weird and it's just kind of hard to pronounce. So I was like, I need to find something.
I love
that's
that
a
name.
little-
It's cool. No, I've never met anyone with that name.
Yeah, I love it, but it was just hard to market. So I was like, let me see what else I can use. I thought about Shiloh, and I was like, that's too. I don't know. That can get lost, I guess.
There could be a lot of
There's several
Shilohs.
Shilohs. Like
Yeah.
I mean, there's Shiloh Dynasty.
Dynasty.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I was like, but Shiloh means peace in Hebrew, and you know,
Oh.
I'm a very peaceful person. I like to think I like my peace, you know.
Yeah.
So I was like,
I
I'll
like
just-
my piece. You know what I mean?
No, I feel you, dude. But
Motherfucker's gonna get got. You know? Motherfucker's gonna drop.
You gonna get it.
gotta
You
stay
gonna
ready.
get it, homie.
Yes, sir. But no, I was basically like, okay, so I have Shiloh. This, you know, it means peace. So I was like, let me throw N. Like, I speak Spanish. I'm Mexican and Native American. But I
Sick.
was like, let me put N like En paz,
En paz.
En paz. But I was like,
I love
let me
that.
Oh.
let me just do En Shiloh. Like, I'm at peace.
That's
and that's
cool.
kind of my whole thing with my.
You just blew my fucking mind, dude. I don't know if I'm high and that's the effect of it,
No,
but
it's cool.
that's fucking creative. Holy shit, man. I'm glad I asked that question. Good job, Derek. I'm gonna mark
Brownie
that
points.
motherfucker right there.
You know?
Ask-
No, it's very suiting though because from the moment you got here, I was like, this guy's pretty peaceful.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Very
that's-
calm vibe. I like
Sure.
it.
Yeah, and that's whenever I talk to people, that's what they usually tell me. They're like, you're very like laid back. So I'm like, I'll just run with that. And then my music too. I mean, I can make more upbeat and hard hitting stuff, but
Uh-huh.
for like I don't know. I've been making more chill, just.
What's your
chill
whole
music.
process of making music, start to finish?
Okay, so a lot of times I'll just be listening to beats and just either freestyling over them or writing to them.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times I'll just be listening to something and hear like a beat that I really like, and if what I'm writing, I feel like goes well with it, I'll start to build off of that and just kind of make my mind made that I'm making the song. Because a lot of times I'll write things and I'll start and get to like a halfway point, but I won't be feeling it, or I'll feel like I could go in a different direction, so I'll
Gotcha.
just put that on pause.
You let it just reside for a little bit.
That's
Exactly.
beautiful though, because you sometimes you have to let things, like, it's cool that you have art that you can let
You let it
age,
marinate.
yeah,
Yeah.
and marinate, you
Mhm.
know, and then you pop something else, you know. It's
Yeah, and
that's cool.
that's definitely what's been keeping me more consistent too, because like I'll start something and then I'll go to something else that I
Oh, gotcha.
had been working on, and I'll end
Mhm.
up like getting that spark, I guess, to finish it, and I'll
Yeah.
end up completing it, and then I'm like, okay, I have a full
Okay.
song, and I have all these other songs that are in the works, but they're not quite ready yet. So I'll just kind of rotate in and out of doing
Mhm.
that. I'll
Few
write something-
projects.
Yeah, write something new, work on it till it's not going anywhere, and then I'll move to something else.
Yeah,
But-
because there's a lot of feeling too whenever
Yeah.
it's in a song. So you don't.
Mhm.
I mean, I hope you're not always feeling the same. You know,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
a colorful. I mean, we're
Mhm.
literally colors of
Yeah.
emotion. So I feel like you have to be in that mood to be able to write that song with those feelings. You know,
Mhm.
so that can change. So you can
Oh,
let
yeah.
things rest. And
Or else it's
marinate.
not authentic and it's going to read
Exactly.
through in the
Yeah.
music.
Yep, and that's another thing I've been like kind of working on too. Like I'll kind of sit down and be like, okay, how am I feeling? And that's usually how I write my songs, just based on how I'm feeling. Like,
By being self-aware.
yeah, just kind of sitting down, asking myself how I'm feeling, and just writing. It doesn't even have to be like lyrics that are actually like structured into a song yet. It can just be my thoughts. Like I need to get back into it, but there for a minute I was journaling a lot, just writing down my thoughts, and I'd go back to my journal and just kind of read through it and find certain themes or things that I was dealing with, and then just kind of just start writing about that. And then once I got to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm not inspired anymore, I'll set it aside, and then I have that
to
and-
come back
Yeah.
to.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Damn.
free flow writing is one of the best things you can do for yourself in general.
Yeah, it's very therapeutic.
Mhm.
It
Uh,
is.
And you know what a lot of people don't realize about writing, and this is something I learned recently, is that a thought is just something that is abstract. It's untangible. All right. By saying something, it's the first time you are making it into something that is tangible or sonoric in this
Solidifying
case.
it.
Exactly
Yeah.
right.
It's concrete.
And then if you write that, it's beyond that. Like you keep feeding into that process of creating, of really expressing that thought and developing.
And branching it out.
Yeah.
Sure.
So whatever, from speaking to writing, it's a whole, it's a great, amazing process that we just do it so automatically that we don't even realize
Oh, yeah.
that. And you know what's crazier is that based on how many words we know, we can only express so much of that idea.
Yeah.
So the more building blocks to say, or words the better the idea will be expressed.
Yeah.
But remember, the idea came from the head,
Mhm.
something untangible floating.
Oh yeah.
So it's just kind of crazy, man. Whenever I hear people writing, it's just like literally vomiting whatever you have, for lack
Ideas.
of a better metaphor.
Yeah.
It sounds kind of weird, but
Yeah, spew it out and just kind of massage
yeah,
through
exactly.
it,
Just
work through it,
yeah.
work out the knots.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like dough.
Yeah.
That's a better one. Yeah,
Yeah.
thoughts are like dough. You gotta,
Gotta knead them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you gotta knead
Oh,
'em.
yeah.
You gotta
So, I
work
mean,
them out.
I don't know. For me, I just have like I'll have like a bunch of thoughts like come to me, but like
All
I'll
at
have to-
once.
all at once, but I'll have to kind of evaluate what
Yeah.
what is useful to me. I
Gotcha.
guess.
Yeah. Because
They're
I
all
mean,
honestly
not
just-
everything's amazing. A lot of
Mm.
it could be shit. That you're just thinking
Oh, yeah.
about.
Yeah.
So, coming back to the whole songwriting. So have you been working on an album? I think I asked your manager, and he said that you guys were sort of in the works to develop something big. Not just a single.
Yeah, so we just dropped the single last Friday on the 14th, Jester. That's out on all platforms. Shameless plug, but
Check it out. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, me too.
And
I
we
wanna
can
talk
get into
about
it. Yeah,
that
we can
too.
get
For
into
sure.
that too. So
Thank you. But yeah, we just released that. We're shooting hopefully for mid-May, to drop a full length EP. About 4 songs, somewhere around there. But something nice and digestible, just to kind of get
a feel
a feel for who I am, what I do, and we're gonna be having a lot more coming after that. But for now, mid June.
Yeah, I was stalking your what was your Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know, what kind of songs he has and all that.
For sure.
So we heard 2 other ones in there. We don't know the names of it, but we heard. I don't know if you were just kind of like free flowing there, but
we want them.
Yeah, like those were great songs.
Yeah. Okay.
And I mean that's completely genuine, man. Like,
Thank you.
I heard your songs whenever your manager hit me up, and I was like, damn. Like, this kid has something, and he told me, yeah, he's from Grand Junction, and I'm just like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
Like, because he's very, fucking A, man. I hate comparing. I really hate, but I was, when we were listening to the song, I'm like, and has like this very, melodic tone to his voice. Like, how to do melodies very fucking well.
It's very pleasing.
Very pleasing to listen, almost ASMR-ish.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't know if it's like some autotune effect, which I'm not against autotune at all. Don't feel attacked. I know that it's in the industry.
Me too, because when I was first coming up, I was like, no, fuck autotune, I'm not gonna use that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
after I started getting more into
No,
It has to be- it's-
everybody
like, it
uses
sounds
fucking
nice.
autotune.
Sounds-
As long as it's
Yeah.
tasteful.
exactly
A lot of reggaetoneros don't sound the way they do without
No.
autotune. Like, it's no shame, bro.
Yeah.
It's just that's just your.
it's the process to
Yeah,
get
part of
the
the artistry.
final-
Yeah. But
it's another tool.
you could change your tune later. It doesn't like. It autotune. It's not that bad, guys. Just chill the
It's
fuck
really
out.
not. Use it,
Chill
you
the
might
fuck
make
out.
better music. I don't know.
Yeah. You don't want something that sounds like shit, right? Like, why would you want something that? No, give me the real him. No, just chill the fuck out, okay? Chill the fuck out, Karen. No, but we were going. What the fuck were we talking about?
Just listening to the song. For
Oh
the
yeah,
first
yeah,
time.
yeah.
really
I was
remember
so
listening-
into it, and then
yeah.
I went. That's me, man. I just
I
fucking
feel you.
fly.
We come back.
Yeah. So she helps me a lot in that. So going back to the yeah, you have this sort of thing that reminds me a lot of XX Tentacion.
Okay.
Because he knew how to use melody and use his voice almost kind of like, I don't know, like it's not singing, it's not rapping, but it's just kind of like that sweet in between, you know what I mean?
For sure.
And I fucking love it, I really do. It's super fucking catchy. Pisces, the name of that song.
Yeah, I love that song.
When I heard it, fucking A, it's so catchy, man. It's
I
such a
listened to
good
it the
beat.
first time a few times.
How did you? So are you a Pisces or how
So
did you?
I-
What does
yeah.
that mean? Tell me a little about that
I
song.
am a Pisces. I was born February 24th. Yeah, I don't know. Just I know one of the I guess stereotypes for Pisces is that like we enjoy suffering or like and I don't know. That's kind of what that song was.
Very masochistic, almost.
Yeah, I don't know. Just kind of like I don't know. That's one of my more meaningful songs. Like it's more a song for me just because I was like going through a lot during that time, and I was just kind of like, I was trying to make something to kind of listen to, like for myself to be like,
Gotcha.
I'm gonna be happy regardless.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
No.
we were talking about that.
Yeah.
We kind of got to feel that you must have been going through something because there's a lot of lyricism to that. That's very
Yeah.
metaphorical.
Yeah. It was it's almost even, and I mean this as a compliment. because it's part of your art,
Mm-hmm.
it's almost confusing in a soothing way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you have to go listen to the song
Mm-hmm.
to in order to understand what I'm talking about,
Mhm.
because you have great fucking flow, great fucking metaphors, which is something that I gotta say, man. Like, you put a lot of thought into your writing. You know, you're there's something there. You know,
Thank
and yeah, it's just, that song is just hard to understand, but I feel like that's the point.
Mhm.
I feel like, in a way, if you were going through a rough time where your thoughts are crazed and you're going insane, or you feel a type of way, there's songs for that.
Mhm.
You know. But
Right.
maybe it's so peaceful. Maybe that's you. That's just you. You know, that's you expressing that being able to express. I mean, that's my interpretation
Yeah.
from what I heard.
Oh,
You
for
know,
sure. Yeah.
you know, I'm not trying to jerk you off. You know, I'm not trying to get. You know, I'm just saying what I'm interpreting. You know, and this is what I like doing. You know, I like listening and really like getting into it.
For sure.
But no, yeah, it's I loved it. I really loved it.
Thank
So
you. Appreciate
great
it.
fucking job, man.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Appreciate
How are
it.
you doing on plays? Are you growing? Are you expanding?
We are growing, but mostly because I mean I've been putting stuff up on SoundCloud, just kind of just.
Oh
to-
yeah.
Do you have
Like
more stuff on SoundCloud?
I do have more stuff on SoundCloud that's still up. It's all older, but there for a minute I was just kind of making songs and then just posting them, just see what happens. They weren't necessarily songs that I was like, oh, this is gonna do great, or like this is a finished.
You were
Okay.
you were getting those
Very raw.
practicing.
Yeah, and
that's
I mean
practice.
that's more than anything. And a lot of times I'd have just different people kind of critique it, listen to it, give me feedback, just so I can get better. And,
Yeah.
But yeah, I have music on SoundCloud, and then I have Pisces on Spotify, and then I have another song under Hasiel Serrano, which is also on SoundCloud under Enshiloh.
Mhm.
But
Well, what SoundCloud did was really smart, I feel,
mhm.
because before, how did you really get recognized besides, you know, being literally scouted
Oh,
out
yeah.
from the streets of New York
Oh,
or
yeah.
LA? You know what I mean?
Yeah, SoundCloud has done a lot for music in general, because I mean there's people coming out every day that you wouldn't have. There'd be no way for you to
Yeah.
discover that person, because back in the day you had to be selling mixtapes and
Gosh.
Exactly.
handing
That
out
was the
mixtapes,
grind.
you know.
And now
Shaking hands.
I feel like I feel like now SoundCloud has sort of allowed this cultivating ground for creative musicians,
Yeah.
you know. So it's just like, hey,
Mhm.
the land is there. You gotta
Oh, yeah.
cultivate. You know, you
Yeah.
gotta fucking grind. You gotta cultivate
Mhm.
your ground, and hopefully, you know, elotes and
Yeah.
all this shit comes out. You know, and
Yeah.
that's your product. You know,
Oh, yeah.
hopefully you hit. Post Malone came out of there, I believe,
yeah.
and then I think Bad Bunny too,
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
There's a bunch of people that have come out from SoundCloud, and I mean a lot of people they'll hate on SoundCloud just because I mean SoundCloud rapper, it's kind of like a.
I mean, there's shit out there too.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
There's a lot of shit out
Yeah.
there, you know.
Yeah, but just the fact that you can post your music and have like anyone around the world, that's huge. Because I mean, even with Spotify and stuff now too, it's easier to get your music out there than ever before. Because
Yeah, it's more accessible to first make music and put it
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah,
That
and
too.
honestly, music is literally the world's best language. You
Mhm.
know, it's like, doesn't matter what you feel. You know, music has a way of just touching those feelings.
Of
you
course,
know.
even
Yeah.
when you listen to a song in a different language, you still feel the
Oh, yeah.
emotion behind
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
yeah, some of my homies they don't know Spanish at all, but sometimes I'll throw some stuff on and they'll be like, I don't know why, but I like this a lot. I don't even understand it, but
Uh-huh.
I just feel it.
Well,
Yeah.
it's feel.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's that feel, and I feel like you've learned to sort of express it, or you know, just sort of graffiti it on your sound. You know, just who you are.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When did you know that? When did you wanted to do music?
Oh, let's see. So I was probably middle school. I was a very shy, very to myself kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I was always interested in like creative outlets. Like I drew a lot. That was one thing that like I would do all the time. And eventually I went to school for it for a little bit, but that was my creative outlet. And then I was just like, I don't know, I saw other kids in Junction doing it. And I was like, that doesn't look too hard. Like, I just need a mic.
You're like, I can do
I
this.
was like,
Yeah.
I can.
But
do
you
that.
actually can do it.
Yeah, because there was like a boom
That's the
of
difference.
like,
That's the difference. I'm sorry, like I'm not gonna say names,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of people in Junction that,
Suck.
yeah.
Hey, there's a lot of people everywhere that
That's
suck.
that's
Oh,
true.
yeah. I mean, it's
You know.
it's
But I
hard
actually
to-
appreciate your music a lot.
Thank you.
I fucks
But-
with it.
But yeah, it was pretty much just like, they're doing it, why can't I do it?
Right.
And I mean, I always loved rap, and at the time I was coming up on like, I don't know if you guys remember like Tech Nine and like Worldwide Choppers, like fast rapping like type stuff. And I
Yeah.
Oh,
remember,
yeah,
like-
Tech Nine comes here all the time.
Oh yeah,
too.
he comes here every year pretty much. But I
Yeah.
just remember like everyone and their mom was trying to like rap that song like completely.
Oh yeah.
And so I'd sit at home, I'd listen to it over and over again, listen to like every word, and then I'd like try to
Flow it out.
mimic
Okay.
it and like go over it, and that's just kind of how it started. And I mean, when I started, I was more like getting into it to be more like a technical rapper, like just bars on top of bars, no singing, just rapper. But I don't know, that's definitely changed as I've gotten older.
Yeah, and you've developed your art too. You've had
Yep.
time to explore that more. So you're like, you know what? I can probably sing a little bit. I can
Mhm.
probably
Yeah.
rap more. You know, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
y-
going out of your comfort zone a little bit.
Exactly, and that's one thing I'm always trying to do, because I mean, nowadays you kind of have to, I don't know, you kind of have to do both rapping and singing, because I mean, I don't know, everyone you see coming out now, they sing.
That's what
a
it's
lot of
hitting.
the
Yeah.
time. Yep.
yeah.
I mean, it's nice to listen to, just like you listen to some rap, you listen to some singing. That's what I
Yeah.
like. So
Well, there's choruses, and I
Oh,
mean
yeah.
those choruses can hit very good if there's a good tune to it. No, you know what I mean? Like a
Mhm.
very good not all the time. You know, I'm saying you could have a chorus that is kind of rough too,
Mhm.
and be completely. It could slap, you know,
Oh, yeah.
but I feel like when it comes to a lot of the hip hop type of thing, we kind of missed out. We're missing out. Or maybe it's just crossing over, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
hip hop and, you know, maybe R&B, or we
Yeah.
need a comeback of that kind
Yeah.
of thing, and it's
Yeah.
just kind of rising. So people
Mhm.
are, and you see it on reggaeton too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's a lot of artists that have good flow but also can sing.
Yeah.
You know, they have
Mhm.
or they have a distinct voice. You know,
Mhm.
It's just a hybrid of music.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
the
Anything
thing
that
I-
gets mixed. Sorry, I didn't mean
Oh,
to
no, you're
interrupt.
fine. I love genre blending and stuff, because like right now I'm kind of into, I don't know if you guys have heard of like hyper pop. But it's
No, I haven't.
It's like a mix of hip hop, EDM, like it's just
Oh, I need to
sounds,
check that
sounds
out.
pretty crazy, but they have a lot of different artists just coming out of nowhere really. But
Hyper
Huh.
pop. I need to check that out.
Yeah,
you should
that sounds
look into it.
interesting.
Overcast, they're a channel on YouTube, but they post a lot of that type of music, and they have really high quality videos. They're starting to break into the industry, getting people signed and stuff like that.
Nice.
So
Oh shit.
yeah.
Is that something you would want to like try?
See, me personally, I don't know. I'd have to study it more and really look into it, because I don't know. There's just a lot that goes into it, and it's very, very digital, very
Yeah, because it's EDM. You
trippy-
said right.
trippy, just a lot of production that goes into it. But
Mm.
yeah, I'd be down to do something like that one of these days. But
Yeah, but you like EDM too.
yeah, I do enjoy EDM. I was saying earlier that I want to go to a rave
Yeah.
one of these days, because
You should, man. Yeah, we've gone to several raves.
I've gone to one.
Yeah, she has gone to one, but us as the whole crew, yeah, we've gone to a lot of raves, and
Yeah.
you need to, man. Hey, hit me
Honestly,
up whenever you
yeah.
want to do it. You know, I'm moving to Denver, so
yeah.
if
Yeah,
you
meet
know,
us up there.
yeah, if
I'd be
or
down.
just come up there. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're more than welcome, man. You're
Okay,
a
I
chill guy.
appreciate that.
But you must. It's
Yeah.
it's a crazy experience. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know if you will partake in because a lot of people do drugs, obviously, at these raves.
Yes.
So if you do it, it's definitely, a lot of people think it's crazy. You know, it depends what kind of vibe. You know, when you do, I feel like when you do drugs in general, it's just like depending on your vibe. You know,
Oh, yeah.
it'll affect you that way.
And how you go into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a lot of people go by themselves, and if you're going to a rave by
Yeah.
yourself, that's very dangerous, especially
Yeah.
if you're gonna be under the influence of something.
Psychedel-
Yeah, psychedelics, the fucking Molly,
Mhm.
what's the other one? Ecstasy. Yeah.
Ketamine and all that.
Yeah,
shit.
ketamine. Kitty cat.
Yes, sir.
The fucking kitty cat, man. Yeah, dude. No, and a lot of people go by themselves.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, but it was almost a shock for me when I went, because before I went, I had this preconceived notion that raves are bad, filled with bad people who are like the devil. And
the fucking devil.
They make you. I feel like people feed you those ideas, and it's really not like that. It's honestly one of the most calming, most accepting environments that I've ever been in.
I've heard, and I've been wanting to go for a while now, but I don't know. Just need to find one to go to.
Yeah, well, if you are down, if you really want to go to a rave, we can arrange something. We can help you pop your cherry, your rave cherry.
For sure, and I don't know.
Our group has been known to do that a lot, actually. The Egg Boys, we pop cherries in raves.
Yeah. I don't know. If I do go to rave, I'd like the full experience, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. The full throttle. I understand, bro. No, it's crazy, and the music is great. The light shows are fucking insane. It's fucking insane. Like,
bro, I get excited when I see a few LEDs. I can't imagine an
no, bro, it's fucking, it's insane what
magical.
they fucking mount on those things.
It's a big production.
Yeah. The ones that I like are the ones that are outside.
Yeah.
I want to go to one that's outside.
Yeah, because what's cool is like it's sunset. It starts sunsetting usually if it's in the middle of summer. It's kind of like getting cool, so it's kind of like light but kind of cool, and then you start seeing the lights, and then everything starts hitting, and I don't know, it's just a good time in the summer outside, and then you go.
Summer's coming.
I'm excited, and then a lot of the restrictions are getting lifted too.
That too,
yeah. How have you been taking that? We were just talking about how it's weird people seeing the bottom of people's faces nowadays.
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of weird for me because just at work, like I always have my mask on, but like anytime I see someone, it's either or. There's a lot of people that don't wear masks, or they do wear masks.
Yeah.
It's just at work. I mean, my coworkers, it's kind of weird seeing like anytime I see them without a mask.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, homie, you're ugly. You're fucking ugly,
I
homie.
forget you look like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happened to me yesterday. Actually, I was at work and I was eating in front of some coworkers, and they're like, "I've never seen your face before." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." It was like a shock, almost like sending nude or something.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen
I know.
naked
It's
before.
very erotic now.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's probably some weird porn out there, like the chin porn.
Mask face reveal.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Oh man.
I don't doubt
That
it.
chin.
It's like, oh man, there's all sorts of shit out
What's
there,
that?
man.
There's a certain rule for it. I forget what they call it, but like pretty much the rule is that if it exists, there's that for
If
it.
you can think
if you
about
can
it,
think.
yeah.
Rule something.
I wonder if like
I've been on the internet too long.
the algorithm of like bottom chin porn grew up, in the past
Maskne.
in the past year, maskne. Oh, I love it when they have maskne.
Bro, I don't
Man,
know.
if
People
we
are
just
into
thought
some
about it, so fuck.
mood. People are into some weird things, but do what
To
you
each
want.
their own.
Exactly.
Do whatever you want, man.
Honestly.
Just be careful.
Yeah.
Yes,
Just
sir.
be careful.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
because a lot of people do stupid shit with stupid things.
Yeah, they do stupid shit, and then the consequences.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for it.
Yeah, no, we were talking about the masks, and it's weird seeing people's faces, like the bottom half. It's just like, I did not expect you to look like
And
that.
it used
That
to
is
be
very
so
weird.
casual.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were also pointing out how you used to not think of people's chin as
Yeah.
much as you are right now.
You really don't. Now I'm just looking at eyes. And
Ex-
that's,
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's it.
Maybe it was a good thing, maybe for guys,
yeah.
especially, instead of looking down, looking at people's eyes. So
They still be
Get
looking
the
down.
cringe.
Let's be real.
No, you're not.
guys are dogs.
I know.
Guys are dogs, man.
Agreed.
Do you have a girlfriend?
I do not. I'm currently single.
Currently single.
Currently single.
Are you looking for
I'm
for a chica, or are you
I'm
trying
really-
to stay,
I'm really not.
single?
I'm trying to stay single at this point because I was in a very, very serious relationship. Like, I don't know. I was like ready to propose, like ring
Oh,
ready and stuff.
shit.
That's intense.
And it didn't go through before then. So I returned the ring. You know, got some car parts. All good. But now I'm just trying to.
You got some car parts. Return the ring. Patch it with car parts, homie.
You know, life gives you lemons. You make lemonade. But no, I'm trying to stay single now. Just trying to focus on my art. Focus on, you know, trying to get this stuff working. Because I feel like, I mean, relationships they're a lot.
They're complicated, homie.
Yeah,
they are complicated.
And I'm still growing, still learning, and I don't know. When the time comes, that's cool. But for now, I'm just working.
Yeah, good, man. And you should. Right now, you're young. You know, we're young. I want to say, and you gotta grind, homie. You gotta grind. The more content you can put out there, the better. You know, like. You gotta honestly, if you want to go far with this shit, you gotta grind, homie. That's just how it is. Anybody, like, you gotta whatever your art is, whatever you gotta fucking work. It's not gonna be handed
to you, that's for sure.
You know, I know there's a lot of shit out there that, you know, you might think, fuck, I don't know, I feel like I'm not going anywhere, you know, but those days, you know, you gotta keep fucking
work through it,
man. Yeah, hit it hard, man. Even if you're, you know. In that sense, I'm okay with, like, fake it till you make it, man. You know, when you're in your beginning stages, you know what I mean? When you need to develop your art, you need to find who you are. What the fuck are you? You know, you know what I mean?
Who are you?
Yeah, really. I don't know. I read philosophy, so you know, I've been questioning myself, like, who the fuck am I? What do I think? What I think? You know. Is it fucking something that somebody showed me, taught me, conditioned me to? Is it God-given? Because I do have faith. Right now, I'm in the midst of it all, you know, and it's a confusing time.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like, you just...
We are everything but nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you...
I wake up and have these thoughts. As soon as I wake up, I'm like,
dang. Existential crisis.
Exactly, we're
the
on
moment
a big
you
rock
wake
in
up.
space.
Really?
Nothing matters. Just nothing matters, but nothing makes sense.
Yeah,
exactly.
And that's okay. At this point, that's kind of how I'm taking it. Just like nothing makes sense, and that's all right.
I feel like once you're able to...
It is all right.
I feel like once you're able to find that there's more to shit than just what we look, what we see, what we wear, what we feel, in a way, you start seeing life very differently. Yeah. Very fucking differently. And then you question everything. Yeah. You start fucking questioning everything. Everything's a fucking question.
Yeah.
Critical thinking bones, you know, like... And for me, I have to either express myself on a podcast to let those fucking feelings out, or those thoughts out, even though it looks like I'm crazy, you know? Or it might be the same with you, with your music, you know? It's just like... Once you find that, it's just like, fuck, how do I express this, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, anything I'm feeling like that, like just feeling, I don't know. There's so many things we don't know. That's the only thing I do know, is that I don't know anything.
The same. Yeah. I know it. I don't, you know, whatever. I wanted to ask you, how do you deal with critics?
Critics?
Haters.
So.
Do you love them? Do you hate them?
I don't mind them. I mean, the way I look at it is that, like, not everyone's gonna love my music. Not everyone's gonna be like, oh, that
hit hard.
That shit's fire.
Exactly. Not everyone's gonna be like amazed by my music, but like I appreciate the ones that do enjoy it, and that's just the way I look at it. I mean, if it's not, I mean, for me, there's some I'm very open to different music, but there is music where I'm like, that's not it. Like, that's not for me. But there could be someone else that's like all they listen to and they love it. So I just try to keep that in mind, and for me it's more just finding the people that do enjoy it and like it brings value to their life, because that's what I want to get out of my music more than anything, just like giving someone something to listen to that they actually like feel and like connect with.
You were literally saying this.
I was literally saying that about the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm just
literally like the same thing, but in different words.
Yeah, literally the fucking same thing, bro.
Yeah, but yeah, I used to get upset because I'm like, why do these people not like my shit? Like, this is amazing. Like, to me, it you know what
like
I mean?
You took it a little too personal.
Yeah, and it's like it's never really that personal. And like, I don't know. I've just been trying to get used to like having my stuff critiqued. And when I started college, Didn't finish, but I went to art school, so they taught us how to like critique things, and they're like, listen, it's not like anything personal. It's just like, I mean, it's art. Everyone has their opinion,
their
on
flaws,
it.
yeah,
their opinion,
or
their
opinions, really,
and everyone
because
does have, you know, the things they need to work on. So
yeah, it's very subjective, the whole experience of art, you know. But there is technique, you know, and that's kind of like the beauty of it, you know. That's what makes art, you know. Just having, is it a flaw, is it a technicality, is it imagination, what is it that I'm seeing, or what is it that I'm hearing, what is it, you know. And trying to express that, that's what, you know, you spew out something artistic, you know. But critiquing is part of that sort of polishing, you know.
And I appreciate all critiques. Like, I'd rather have someone, like, I'd rather have my group of homies being like, yo, that shit sucks, you need to go re-record that.
Like, get back in the fucking
exactly, rather than people being like, yo, that's great, like, it's perfect, like, send it out, and it being some
whack shit.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
And like, I don't know, some people, they get offended by it. They're like, don't tell me how to make my art. But at the same time, I'm like, I want to not cater to people's like what they want, but I do want to make something that like people enjoy. So it's I will take any and all.
You want to see acceptance from the people.
Well, a real homie's gonna be the one that pushes you to do your best.
Oh yeah, and I mean, in the moment, I might be like, nah, I don't know what he's talking about. Like, it sounds great, but then later I'll be sitting there and be like thinking about him, like,
is he right?
I'm like, you know, he might be onto something about that certain part in the song.
It's the ego. Like, it's our fucking ego. But I feel like if you're able to remove that, if you're able to take critique, you're able to grow and create better things. You know.
And that's all I take critiquing as, really, is just like me getting more knowledge for me to do better. Because I mean, I don't know. And I mean, there are those people that they're just like, this shit sucks. That's
not even a good critique. That's not even a good critique.
Like, I don't really even
that's not constructive at all.
I don't need to pay attention to anything like that. And I mean, growing up here, I don't know if you guys grew up here, but the environment is very, I don't want to say toxic, but
you can say toxic.
It kind of is.
It gets toxic.
Yeah.
People are just haters, and they're jealous of what you have and what you're pursuing, that you're actually being genuine.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, a lot of people, they just don't like seeing other people trying to do something
different things.
Even.
Yeah, or just doing things that, like, I mean, I'm trying to be an artist. Like, that's some crazy shit to other people. Where it's like, why would you even try?
Like, oh, that's silly. Like, you're never gonna make it.
Oh, ASMR brought to you by Derek.
Nice.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but no, but yeah, people think it's weird, yet I feel like you need things like that to happen in small towns. You know, you need to show that there is talent everywhere, you know, and I feel like that gives the town even more value. So if you see a kid, you know, if you see a young person like yourself trying to fucking make art and actually taking this shit serious, you should support that 110%, you know, and not hate, because he's from your town.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like, I don't know. Growing up, I was very like competitive, like, and I don't know. There were people that I'd be like, your music's great, your music's not, and I'd like kind of. But now I'm just kind of like, I don't know. You're trying, so like, respect to you, because that's hard in it of itself. Just like putting yourself out there, posting stuff. Because I mean, people get embarrassed just like singing. They don't want people to like hear them singing. It's like, I don't know. So I have now my mentality has definitely changed, where I'm like, if you're in this town and you're pursuing that, like, I have respect for you regardless. Like, it might need some work. Like, I'm gonna be real with you, but I do respect it, and it's.
No, and it takes a lot of balls to be vulnerable like that, you know, especially in a small town, because it's a small town at the end of the day. It's not that it's growing, yes, but it's not. There's a lot of small town mentalities here, you know, so it is rough. It is fucking rough here.
But I also feel like a lot of people here go with the mentality of just clout chasing.
Well, that too. That's another thing that.
Like, in what sense, babe?
The only reason they get into it is because they want to be famous.
Oh, gotcha.
And they don't really are into it because of the music or the art.
And I mean, you
And
can
that
weed those
shows.
out.
It
Yeah, you
shows
can weed
so
those
easily.
fuckers out. Like, yeah, bro, I'm a rapper. You know?
Yeah.
I've made my fair share of diss tracks.
Yeah.
I had a video do really well that, I mean, I don't know. Now looking back at it, I'm like, they're trying, I guess. But but I don't know. It's not my cup of tea. So
Yeah.
I mean, if it sucks, man. I mean, what do you want me to tell? If it sucks, it's gonna suck. But you have to work. If you really want to be good at it, you have to fucking work. Yeah, to polish. You know, there's people that are naturals at it. You know, that they just have a lexicon that is fucking great. That they have enough content, creativity, and then there's people that gotta work. Just like everything, you know, not everybody has a God-given talent. You know.
Not.
I mean, I don't know. How did you start getting into the singing? Do you practice?
So basically, I mean, I've always wanted to sing ever since I was little, but I've always been shy. Like I don't like singing in front of anyone.
But do you sing in the shower?
See, that's the thing. Like I just sing in the shower. I'd sing like in private, like just singing. You know?
Is it good?
I'm like, yeah, this sounds okay. Like it doesn't sound terrible.
Okay.
And then I just started recording myself. Like I don't know. I was like, let me try singing for this song.
What gave you the courage to do that? Because you said you were so shy.
I was just like, I need to do something different because I'm just making these songs with like 16 bars, a hook that's not melodic. It's just me saying some things and then another 16 bars. So I was like, I need to like
suck it up, Buttercup.
Exactly. I mean, I'm already putting myself out there. What's
the worst that could happen?
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, auto-tune is there to help too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, as long as it sounds in pitch and kind of if it sounds good to me, I'm happy.
Yeah, no, it sounds good. And I don't know what kind of program. Do you work by yourself or do you have production behind it? Obviously, there is production behind, but are you the producer or is there someone?
So up until this point, what I've been doing is I'll find producers, I'll find beats that I like, I'll buy the beat, use it, record over.
Are they expensive to buy?
So honestly, not really. I mean, I got like a lease for a beat because I mean there's different ways to do it. You can buy the exclusive rights to where you own everything, or you can lease it out to where it's good for like a certain amount of plays. And for me right now, leases are more realistic just because I'm not getting like millions and millions of hits on my stuff. So but basically I just reach out to people. I'd get their beats, I'd download it, put it into a program, I'd record over it, and then I'd do my best attempt at mixing it. Up until this point, like all my music from like Pisces back, all that was mixed mastered by me. Beats were sourced from different people, but all the production, I mean the mixing and stuff was done by me. I had to learn that on my own. But now I'm like, I mean, it's good I know how to do that stuff, but I'm not to a point where it's like crisp, like professional grade stuff.
Yeah.
So what I did is I hit up this guy. You guys know about Fiverr, right? Or you just have like
Fiverr? It's
like a freelancing website. But basically,
okay. No, I haven't heard of that shit. Fiverr, yeah.
Fiverr, yeah. So it's like a freelancing service where you can hire people to do all sorts of things. Like
I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, if you need graphic design work, you can find someone on there. If you look at their portfolio, you can book them through there. But basically, I ended up finding. I looked through a bunch of different mix and master engineers just to see what would fit my style the best, and I found this guy based in the UK. His name is I think he goes by Elevate Today. But basically, I ended up sending all my stuff to him to have him mix and master it because he's worked with some pretty reputable people. To what extent, I'm not fully sure, but regardless, he has that experience in the industry.
Yeah, he knows how to move the knobs.
Yeah, and I mean, just listening to his mixes, I was like, okay, like this sounds good. I'm willing to work with this guy. But he's worked with like Sean Kingston, Juice WRLD, Travis Scott, different people. So I was like, hey, I have this project, and I was pretty much like, if you don't think the music's good, don't bother like taking my money.
Yeah. You gotta respect my art and have an appreciation for it.
Exactly. I mean, if you don't feel like, if this isn't something you want to work on, or mix and master, don't worry about it. But I was pretty much like, hey, like I'd like some help with this project. Like I sent him like my demos, pretty much like my versions of how I wanted things mixed and mastered. So I sent that to him. He listened through it, got an idea for what I was going for. And then he really just polished up everything. And anytime, so he'd send me a draft and he'd be like, here's this. And I'd listen to it. And then if there was anything that like I needed adjusted, I'd send it back. He'd mix and master it for me, tweak it until it got perfect.
Very collaborative.
Now I'm kind of, I'm trying to just focus on my art and just like making the actual art and letting other people do what they're good at.
Okay.
And kind of build, I guess, having my team support me, or like a team support me.
Yeah.
I mean, Edgar, he's been doing a lot. EQ. And that's why I decided to, team up with La Familia Music Group, because, I mean, they got their studio in Montrose and they're trying to get stuff done, but I was like...
It's nice. I've seen pictures of it. Shout out to La Familia,
Yeah, shout out La Familia Music Group.
Yeah. It's they're doing things in. I'm from Montrose actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm from Montrose. I grew up there my whole life. I would say from middle school to high school.
Okay.
And a little bit after high school, I resided there. And it's always been one of those little towns with like a lot of bright kids, or at least it seems like, and or daring people, and. It's time for something to happen here in Colorado, from a small town, fucking A, let's be the first ones,
Yeah, I don't see why it can't happen either, because, I mean, there's a bunch of people that no one really knows about just in Colorado, but they're just not exposed.
Yeah.
To
and I feel like a lot of people don't have, I don't know, they just don't dare to do things, you know what I mean? It's... Just gotta fucking do it, man. Chase your dream.
Grab life by the balls,
exactly.
guys.
I mean, you only got one, so.
Yeah, and like a lot of people don't understand that we only have 80 fucking years, 90 if counted. Yeah. Well, if they develop some technology, in the future maybe, but 80 solid years, if that, and we're wasting it on bullshit, It's just like, bro, you gotta chase your dream, man, and. It's fucked up, we live in a fucked up world where it's so hard to make it. It's so fucking hard. We know that. But if you fucking ain't trying, then are you really living?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? At least you could say that whatever happens after, you tried,
Yeah,
you tried.
That's the way I've looked at it, like, my entire life. Because, I mean, I've had people be like, are you actually going to be doing this? Or, like...
No.
Just kind of, it's like, I mean, I may look crazy to everyone else trying to pursue this, and like.
You don't look crazy to me, man. You look like an artist. So.
Sure. But it's just, I don't know. Like, even just like people close to me, they're like, you should really consider that. Like, be more realistic. Come back.
They don't necessarily believe in.
And I wanted to talk to you about that. How has your family dealt with this? Is it rough?
So that's a lot. I don't know. My family, so I come from a very conservative, like, basically my parents are pastors for a church.
Oh.
So I'm a pastor's kid,
Wow. You're the black sheep then, probably.
Yes,
oh, man.
Sir. Yes, sir. But basically I'm a pastor's kid, and, pretty much anything that you're not doing for God is, like, considered, like, wrong, I guess.
Right.
I've never felt that way. But
I have Christian values, if you want to call it that. So I understand what you're talking about, yeah.
But, yeah, they were very, like, I don't know. Like, I play drums for church and stuff, like I do, worship and all that. So it's like, you need to be here and not doing that. But they were never like, don't do that.
They were just like.
They were just kind of like, I guess, kind of oblivious to it.
Kind of
like,
passive.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. And I respect it. Like, those are their beliefs. They can do whatever they want. It's fine. I'm gonna keep trying.
Yeah.
But I don't really have, like, that family support. My little sister, she supports me 100. But my parents, they just, since they're pastors, and it's like they're put in an awkward position where, I don't know, maybe I might not be talking about the most godly stuff.
Yeah.
It just puts them in a position where it's like, I can't really.
It's tough.
And it's like,
it's tough, yeah. I mean.
Do what you gotta do. Like, it hurts a little, but I'm like.
You gotta live your life, like you said.
Yeah,
exactly.
Especially if it's support from your parents, you want. But I have a little brother too,
Yeah.
and he supports me. You know,
Yeah.
he supports me too, so I understand that feeling. So we actually
Shout
have
out.
yeah, shout out to little Jose.
Siblings.
Yeah, shout out to little siblings that actually give a shit. No, I'm just playing. But no, and it's if your little sister is giving you, do it for her, bro.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah.
it, and do it for you, obviously.
Oh,
But
yeah, I'm trying to do it for me, just to prove to myself, and also to prove, to my family. Be like, you guys think I'm up in the clouds, just dreaming about.
You're gonna set the bar high,
I'm
though.
trying.
Think about that. So you're gonna set the bar high regardless. You know what I mean? Because if you're, who else is gonna say, hey, my son attempted to be a singer or is now a singer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who else in your family? Nobody.
Yeah, you're setting a good example for your sister to chase
Exactly.
your
Yeah,
dreams.
and that's,
She can-
that's all I want too, because recently she was going to school for like criminal justice and stuff, and she was like, I want to do nails. Like, I was like, go for
Then
that.
do it.
Go for that, dude.
Dude, there's
There's some artistry to that as well.
Yeah, oh yeah, and she does an amazing job. She's really good at it, and I'm like, do that. Like, if that's what you want to do, don't worry about like. It's great to have your parents' support.
Oh, damn. It's okay. You're fine. Don't worry, it's empty.
We're
You're
moving.
fine. Yeah, you're good.
But it's like,
Thank you. You can leave now, please. Enshiloh.
You crossed the line.
You're canceled.
That was
No.
disrespectful.
No, of course not.
But no, it's like, I don't know. You can worry about what your parents think about it later. Like, they might not be on board, but like, it's your life. Do what you want. And I feel like once people see you doing what you want and you being happy, like, they can't help but to be like happy for you. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
What they say about your nose piercing?
A nose piercing? Oh Lord.
Because I have a shout out to
Yeah.
Yuri. I have a friend that got a nose piercing
Yeah.
too, and he comes from a really conservative family as
So
well.
that was
So it's always a good story, There's always a good story, especially with the
So
septum.
basically, we were in the hospital. Well, I got it done. I forget when. I've had it for a couple years now. But I got it done, and I was super nervous, and I'd always have it like flipped up, not trying to make it obvious or anything. Anytime I'm around my parents, even now, just out of respect. Out of respect, I'm like, if you don't want to see it, like, it's nothing to me.
I understand. Yeah.
If I'm out in public, like, I don't care.
It's there, motherfuckers.
If you're
I got it
with
for
me,
a
like,
reason.
Sorry, but that was pretty much like, I was just chilling. We were in the hospital visiting my grandpa. And I was just like looking around or something, and my mom, she like looks at me and she just keeps staring at me, and she's like, ¿por qué tienes metal en tu nariz?
Tienes un moco.
Quítate ese metal de tu nariz. Or something like that. And I was like, how did she see it? I was like, and we were like in the middle of like visiting my grandpa. He wasn't doing well at the time. And I'm just like ignoring it. But then we left, and she was like, what did you do? Like, are you good, dude?
Yeah.
That's not okay. And I was like,
whatever.
I wanted it.
Yeah.
She's known. That's the thing that cracks me up, too. It's like, ever since I was little, I was like, I want tattoos. I want ear piercings. Like, they'd have, like, those temporary tattoos. I'd be sticking them, like, all over my body.
Oh,
Mom would
really?
get pissed as hell. She'd, like, scrub that shit off. So I was, like, red. It's like, you do it.
Que no vea.
Exactly.
Fuck.
And then one time, actually, I was like, Mom, I want to get my ears pierced. She was like, oh, yeah? She's like, you want to get your ears pierced? And I was like, yeah. She's like, oh, I'll do that for you. And I was like, dang, I didn't think I was like 6 or something. And I was like, dang, I didn't think you'd let me. She's like, yeah. She's like, just come here. She gets an earring, like just a regular ass earring. No. It's like, you want earring? She grabs my ear and just starts.
Damn.
Not hard. Just enough to where it was like scaring me. But I was like, okay, I don't want earrings. But like, ever since I was little, I was like, I want piercings, tattoos.
Dang.
Like,
You were 6, huh?
I was like 6.
You were 6 when you realized this?
I was like 6, 7. I was tiny because I was like, that shit looks cool. Like, why wouldn't I want like a piece of art on my body? Or like, I don't know. I just thought piercings look cool.
Yeah, they say by the time you're 5, your personality is basically made for the rest of your life. That's how you're going to turn out.
Mood. And then I'd always be like drawing and stuff, and it'd always be like weird stuff.
Yeah.
it's like, you guys shouldn't.
This one a little different.
This one,
exactly.
This one came out a little strange.
Exactly.
This one,
like, sorry. I mean,
was that your family or my family?
So, are you the oldest brother, or?
I'm the oldest. Yeah.
Oh
so
man.
For a minute, I was on
I'm an oldest too, man.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man.
That's great.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
I'm the second oldest, but I feel like I'm the oldest.
Sometimes.
Damn, dude. And did your dad see it, and what did he think?
So my dad, he's very like, do what you want. Like,
Oh, really? He don't give a fuck.
Not
No,
do what you want, but it's like, don't piss off your mom, because then I have to.
So he's more open.
He's more open, but I guess he just more understands that, like, I'm my own person. I'm gonna do what I want regardless. Like, they can tell me, you know, do this, do that, do this, do that. This is wrong. This is right. Like, they can show me, but he understands that at the end of the day, it's my choice, and I respect that.
Yeah.
But my mom is more like, she still has hope that I can live. That I'll be like, not.
Oh man.
It's like, oh mom, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I tried.
You know, she'd be praying every night for you.
Yeah. And I mean, it was just like up until like college, I want to say, I was just like very like, you know, just
Jesucristo.
Exactly, just very clean cut, you know, like, I mean, I'd get in trouble every now and then, but I wouldn't go out. I'd stay home, be a good kid, do all my schoolwork, straight A student, never miss anything, you know. But then I got to like college and I was like, you know what?
Woo!
Well, not so much woo, but I was just like,
not so much woo.
See, I didn't go crazy, but I was just like, you know what? This is tiring.
Yeah, it's like, a lot of work to be doing late nights, fucking every day or every other day. Yeah, I know you guys get crazy out there. Babe, I know you had a lyric that you wanted some explanation to.
Oh, I just wanted a little further because it really resonated with me off of Jester. Okay. I don't know myself no more in the best way. I love that lyric.
Okay. There's something in that lyric. Yeah. There's thought.
So for me, that lyric, it's more just like, I was in a very like dark, like just down, just not a good,
not mental, a vibe.
Yeah. Not a vibe at all. Just, you know, very, very depressed, very like wanting to die. Not necessarily suicidal, but just like, if I got hit by a truck,
exist.
If I got hit by a truck, I wouldn't mind. But I was just like very, very down, very low. And I don't know, I started feeling, you know, changing different things in my life to like do better. And I don't know, this song in general, it's just about an experience I guess I had. That was very
sort of traumatic, or
not traumatic, very healing actually.
Oh shit! Like, is it weed? Did you?
No.
Were you introduced to weed?
It was natural, that's for sure. But
yeah,
it's legal in Denver. That's all I'll say.
But
yeah. I don't want to say too much because I don't.
Yeah,
if
I
anyone
understand.
from work watches this stuff, like.
No, I just really like that lyric because there's a beauty to not knowing who you are necessarily. Yeah, but it's like you're always discovering new things about yourself.
Oh yeah, I just got to a point where I was like, hey, I'm doing pretty okay.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm not thinking about the same bullshit that fills my mind
Okay.
I'm just kind of like, I don't recognize myself anymore, but that's great.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. And yeah, you're because I feel like whatever experience you might have had, it just helps you open up your thoughts, you know, and say, hey, there's other things that we need to worry about than just this fucking, just what we see, you know. And that, to me, that lyric, that sort of expresses that, you know, like you're always so kind of divided into so many things, you know, and that's okay. You're happy because of it, because you see beyond a lot of things now.
We're not just one thing.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, and that's that lyric too. It's just me embracing change, I guess. Just being like, I don't recognize
that person I was.
Exactly.
Change is good. Change is good.
This is great. 'Cause, I mean, a lot of people are scared of change. Like, they don't want to let go of. I don't know. They don't want to let go, so it's like change is scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, my coworker was talking to me about that yesterday, because yesterday was actually my last day of work.
Oh, okay.
And she's like, I'm going to miss you a lot. Like, I hate change. I hate when people leave. I'm like, well, it's just life.
Yeah. Change like a butterfly. No, but yeah, I mean, there's a saying that says that if you look at yourself 20 years from now and you don't see anything wrong with you, then you're probably not growing.
Yeah.
So always stay woke in that sense, especially in the self. Like, not necessarily. I feel like a lot of people don't understand that in order to change the world, we have to change ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it is really our own doing, because you treat people better. And because I had an experience where I treat people better, because she has an experience that, you know, let's multiply that. Let's not go the other way. You know, let's start going the upper, nicer way. You know what I mean? And show more love for shit, you know? And that doesn't mean that we can't be pragmatic, you know, but let's, you know, if you want to be pragmatic, be respectful, you know, and just keep that. And let's start going the other way.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're an hour and 4 minutes. Usually we keep the podcast about an hour long.
Okay.
Just to finish up, we do have a section called "What's Your Bob?" Those are my singing skills for Enshiloh. Yeah, a good falsetto, wasn't it? So for this week, obviously, I'm gonna pick one of your songs. I don't know if you want to pick one of his songs, or what, if you had a song.
I was gonna go with Pisces. I just love that song very much,
and I like
That's
Jester.
been on repeat.
Okay.
All right, so the cool thing about What's Your Bop is that you get to recommend a song that you vibe to. It doesn't have to be yours, it could be anybody's, and we put it on this Spotify playlist, on their Egg Boys playlist, and it's a vibe. You know, we're trying to create a vibe with these songs. So if you have a song, hers is gonna be Pisces by Enshiloh. Mine's gonna be Jester by Enshiloh. And then Enshiloh, who's your bop?
Let's see what I've been listening to lately, because I have.
How about you give us some of that pop, hip hop?
I'll give you something close. There's an artist in Colorado.
Okay.
I mean, he's based in Colorado, but his name is Voda Fuji.
Voda Fuji?
Voda Fuji. He's based in Denver, I want to say, but he makes some. To me, they're bangers. I don't know. Might be an acquired taste to some people, but let's see. Let's go with Gummies.
Gummies
by Voda Fuji.
We'll spell it out.
Voda Fuji. Yeah, and I'll find it out. There you go, guys. Enshiloh fuck, I don't even know the song. Gummies by Voda Fuji. Well, with that being said, guys, thank you so much. Oh, before I go, your Instagram handle, where can people find your shit, all that?
All right, so my Instagram handle is Enshiloh. Literally everything is just Enshiloh. That's ENSHILOH.
Right there.
Reference.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Enshiloh on everything, just Enshiloh. Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty easy to find.
All right. Well, go give him a good follow. And thank you so much for joining me, man. Thank you so much for coming over here. This was fucking great. You know, sorry if it sucked. You know, this is raw, man. This is a podcast. People make fucking mistakes.
Fuck the haters.
Jesus Christ. This is why I drink. God damn it.
You bring me to drink.
You bring me to be an alcoholic. No, thank you so much to La Familia for contacting us as well.
Shout out La Familia for sure.
To David, hopefully one day we can meet up in Denver if you guys are over there, and we could do a podcast. I'm super open to it. If you guys have anybody that is worth having in the show, you know it, and giving them some clout, I don't have any problem with that.
For sure.
But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for joining us. This was episode 32, not 23, 32. Viva bien, vaya con Dios, and stay weird. Bye.
Adios.
When they give me that ox in the DJ, I've been all of my ops in a midway. Gonna come out on top, ain't no leeway. Destination on lock, ain't no freeway. I'ma get what I got, living cliche. Gotta get what I got.